Hey everybody, how's it going? Today we're going to be taking a look at LasFit Pro LEDs for 2016 through 2018 Chevy Silverados. A few months ago, I replaced the OEM HIDs in my 2016 Silverado with an aftermarket. The original Philips HIDs are 25 watts. The aftermarket ones that I installed recently are 35 watts. And then LasPro here claims 50 watts for these LEDs. Now the way these work, they're a little bit different than just swapping out the HID bulb and ballast. So with these, there is no ballast anymore. They've got the wiring worked out where you have a new bulb as shown here, and you can see on there it says D5S. And I already checked, this base plate matches the D5S base plate, so I know they're going to swap right in. You can see those match up. What is unique about these is they come with another part. This is actually a new dust cover that has a fan built into it. You can see there's a fan. And then the wiring passes through to the OEM connector here. This wire connects to the new light bulb here, and it all works. So this actually replaces your OEM dust cap and has that fan built in. You can see, yeah, you can sort of see it. There's some grills there on the back, on the bottom, and they actually show you got to put this pointing down so that you make sure that if water does get in the engine compartment, it doesn't get up into there. So they're claiming 50 watts per bulb, and they are 6,000 K in temperature, and they are a direct replacement for a D5S HID system. Plug and play. No other modification required. Let's throw these into the truck and see how they look. The factory bulb comes out by just removing the dust cap like so. Then there is a lever on both sides. You can access it from either side. It's easier from the right, I think. And you need to lift that lever up and out. Then you can remove the ballast. There's a little tab on the connector and you can remove it. The new bulb goes in the exact same way, just line up the pins. You have two connectors here now. The connector here that's coming through the housing, and this is the actual connector coming off of the bulb. The new bulbs include a new dust cover with the pass-through wiring. So the bigger connector goes to that one that is connected to the housing, and then the smaller one goes to the one that's connected to the bulb. Then making sure to orient the new dust cover the correct way with the arrow pointing down. You can install it onto the housing. First, push the wires into the side to get them out of the way. Then just line up the slot on the housing with the boot on the new dust cover and push it into place. In order to get to the passenger side bulb, you need to remove the air box to get access. Let's first go ahead and remove the mass air connector, lift up the locking tab, and then squeeze the tab and set it out of the way. Then you can loosen the clamp here at the throat of the air box and push the neck back. Then go ahead and loosen the 4 bolts on the corners of the air box. Once you do that, you can lift the air box cover off. Helps to remove this wire. Then you can remove your air filter. Then you're left with just the base of the air box, which just needs a firm tug and it should come loose. Then you can remove it out of the truck. Once you have the air box removed, you can fold down this protective cover and get access to the back of the headlight. I've already removed the dust cap here. You need to first lift the lever to release the bulb. Then you can pull the bulb straight back out of the housing, depress the tab on the connector, and free the bulb from the base. And then the reinstallation on the passenger side for the new LED is exactly the same. Just line it up, lower the lever, then take your new dust cover, connect the 2 connectors, make sure you orient the fan to point down on the dust cover. Push the wiring into the side, line up the grooves on the boot, and push it into place. Simple as that. So here are some quick comparison shots. The LasFit is on the right, the OEM HID is on the left. This is the low beam output, as you can see. Here the OEM high beam is turned on and the LasFit high beam is turned on. You can see the beam pattern on the LasFit's great. Here is an aftermarket HID replacement. It's a 35 watt system, also 6000K, but it looks a little more blue compared to the LasFits on the right. Here are the high beam comparisons of those two bulbs, LasFit on the right and the 35 watt on the left. And finally, we have both LasFit bulbs in both housings shown on the wall. I'm actually really impressed with these bulbs. They put a lot of light out. The beam pattern is really consistent. I can really tell the difference between the OEM 25 watt and the aftermarket 35 watt systems compared to these 50 watt LEDs. Be sure to visit the LasFit website and check the description box for a 10% discount code that you can use. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I'd love it if you subscribed. Thanks for watching. Later.